ace, you can kind of pick and choose and spot him around if you play a random schedule. Both teams have finished taking infield. It's warmer this afternoon than it was yesterday. Scrappers beat Falk here in a nice game yesterday, 6-2, just on the live stream. The coaches and umpires are meeting at home plate. That's Zach Stewart for the Scrappers. Ex-Scrapper Austin May, he's the head baseball coach at Fairview. Talking to Austin before the game, said he likes coming back up here, likes coming home. Kyle Slayton behind the plate, Slade Slayton on the bases. JT mentioned on the live stream, you've been the road warrior here for the last 10 days or so. And the Scrappers have put together a good start for the season. Scrappers up 8-3 for the whole season.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season for the Scrappers. They had a couple of little blips there, one against Ashdown. They got hot there, and we couldn't find strike zone, and they took advantage of that. But went up to Northwest Arkansas and got 2 wins up there in 2 days and 3 games, and coming out 8-3 on the season right now. And you got this second conference game today. And then next week, you're back in non-conference, head up to Central Arkansas.
And we'll talk about that as the broadcast goes on. If you didn't know it, and it was an added game on the schedule, wasn't on the original schedule. I mentioned Scrappers played the Falk Panthers up here. Scrappers beat them 6-1 yesterday in a good ball game. Scrappers scored 5 in the first, and then Scrappers only had 1 base runner after that. Good quick ball game, good out-of-conference ball game. The PA announcer, Michael Howard, getting ready to introduce starting lineup. Scrappers in there all black with white pinstripes. Fairview in the road grays. As he gives the starting lineup, Frank's got it on the live stream and on B99.5.
The visiting Camden Fairview Cardinal. Pitching and leading off will be number 4, Dathan Conley. Playing center field and batting second, number 1, Zach Moorhead. Playing right field and batting third, number 6, Mari Utsey. Cleaning up today will be the first baseman, number 17, Peyton Schroeder. Batting fifth will be the third baseman, number 9, Michael Betts. Batting sixth and catching will be number 8, Drew Bostic. DHing and batting 7th, number 24, Matthew Reynolds. He'll be DHing for number 5, Quentin Browning. Batting 8th will be the second baseman, number 12, Max Bradshaw. And batting 9th will be the shortstop, number 3, Jack Jefferson. The Nashville Scrappers leading off and pitching will be number 1, Carson Chambers. Playing second and batting second, number 5, Banks Ray. At third base and batting third, number 13, Mason Honey. Cleaning up will be the catcher, number 18, Gage Green. Playing first base and batting fifth, number 34, Carson Kirby. And right field, batting sixth, number 7, Hayden Gray. Playing left field and batting seventh, number 3, Luke Boone. And shortstop and batting eighth, number 17, Madden Arnold. And in center field, batting ninth, number 2, Zeus Hutchison.
Scrappers getting introduced now, going to their defensive positions. And Luke Boone gave the Scrappers a really good start in their 8-inning win, pitched 7+ innings at Fairview. They're looking for the same thing out of their tall left-hander, Carson Chambers, today.
Yeah, Carson pitched 10 innings so far this year. He's got a 1-0 record. He struck out 10 in those innings. He has an 0.67 ERA coming into the game.
Frank, perfect day for baseball. You may can hear a wind gust through the microphone every now and then, but this wind is not nearly as bad as it has been earlier in the week.
It's a little down, about 10-mile-an-hour wind when we started. It's going to drop off some during the game.
We're going to take about a 1-minute break while we have the national anthem. First pitch on the way. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball. we've had the national anthem. We're ready for baseball here. Carson Chambers, the left-hander, taking his warm-up tosses to his catcher, Gage Green. Frank, a little update on an injured scrapper. You were asking me about Dalton Manlove. He hurt a knee coming right out of the batter's box in the Ralph Gross tournament. Had some surgery. I saw him right before the game. He's got his scrapper jersey on out there. In fact, he's taking warm-up tosses from the left fielder Luke Boone right now. Said he gets his stitches out Wednesday and starts physical therapy and hopes at least to be able to be back maybe to hit some before the season's over.
That'd be good news. Good stick for the scrappers. Gage Green was going to share some of the catching duties. He's taking them full time now. He's doing a fine job back there.
And Gage leading his team in hitting. So it'll be Conley, Moorhead, and Utsi, Schrader, Betts, and Bostic, Reynolds, Bradshaw, and Jefferson. And their first baseman, Peyton Schroeder, he gave us all we wanted when you had to call down there last Tuesday night, JT. He pitched 7+ innings.
Yeah, he pitched 7 1/3 through 112 pitches, struck out 6, only giving up 2 runs in the first inning. He was a very good left-handed pitcher for the Cardinals.
Green throws it down. We're ready for baseball. Not a cloud in the sky. And JT will probably have scores for us. Other district games today. A big one at DeQueen, Magnolia and DeQueen, and then Arkadelphia plays Hope.
Yeah, that DeQueen-Magnolia game is going to be real important to see if DeQueen can go 2-0 or if Magnolia can even it up.
Here's our pitcher, Dason Connolly, leading off from the right side. Left-hander Chambers kicks and fires, ball into the dirt, and we're underway here at Nashville. Straight up 5 o'clock. Scrappers into Cardinals, District 7 4A action. And a ball just outside. And down the middle for a strike. Frank, we always sound like a broken record, whether it's high school or at the highest level. The pitcher has to pound that strike zone.
Yeah, it does. Just all the stats show to it. Walks hurt you. Only time a walk's good if you're facing Barry Bonds or somebody like that. Sometimes it's a smart thing.
Takes a ball in the dirt, and now Chambers come back, and the count is full. Conley has yet to swing the bat. Payoff pitch. Pops it up. They're trying to find it in right, and there's Hayden Gray, and he's got his eye on it. Banks Ray was going back, shading his eye. Gray got a good jump and one quick out for the Cardinals. JT in the non-conference game yesterday thought the Scrappers got good outings from their 2 pitchers, John Wallace and Madden Arnold.
Yeah, Wallace threw 5 innings there, and it was really good pitching from him, and then Madden Arnold came in and finished the last 2.
Zach Moorhead, the center fielder, takes a strike over the outside edge. Moorhead hits from the left side. JT, haven't looked at your scorebook from the game at Fairview. And strike 2 as Chambers paints the outside corner, gets ahead. Ask you through the game who kind of impressed you in that game down there Tuesday offensively for the Cardinals.
Yeah, these 2 top hitters were the best ones.
Little tapper. Chambers gets it on one hop. He can run. Chambers throws, and he pulls him off the bag. He sure did. Chambers took his time, threw to Carson Kirby, and that'll be an E1. Frank, sometimes you think the throw's there, you get the call, but he clearly pulled him off.
Yeah, you got to take that little jab step. You got to move those feet when you make that throw over the first.
And there he goes. No throw by Green. Green's framing it for the umpire for a strike as Moorhead takes off. And Frank, you could just kind of see Moorhead the way he ran down the line out of the batter's box. You felt like he was going to be going pretty quickly.
Yeah, center fielder, he's got a lot of speed, and he was off on the pitch.
These Fairview Cardinals always play the Scrappers tough. Ball just outside. Runner at second, one out. Chambers from the set position. Swinging a foul right back here. Crowd still coming in. All the chairbacks full on the Nashville side. And as I look, pretty well on the Fairview side also. If this wind just stays under 10 miles an hour, Frank, it's a perfect afternoon.
It is. Ball will travel to center field.
Swinging another foul against the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter Conley popped up to right field. Second place hitter Zach Moorhead tapped back to Chambers. Throw pull the first baseman off the bag. He stole a base. He's at second as Chambers turns but doesn't throw. Gray pulled over toward the line and right. The other outfielder straight away for the left-handing hitting Utsi. Swing and a miss. And there's Chambers' first strikeout, and Frank had a little pop on that one.
Yeah, he did. Looking good with his velocity and breaking ball. Got some movement on it.
And JT, is this young man that pitched the ball game for him the other day?
Yeah, this is Peyton Schroeder. He was 1 for 4 on the day at the plate.
They've got 3 left-handers out of their first 4, and Schroeder comes up empty as he takes a big hack. 2 out, runner at second. No score in the first. There he goes. Chambers steps off and throws him out, and a good job by Chambers. Frank, talk about that, and good recognition by the scrapper pitcher.
Yeah, he got a call that the runner was going. He stepped off the rubber, made a fine throw over to third. Good tag for the third out of the inning.
And if you're not mentally in it, you can balk in a deal like that.
Right.
So the third out of the inning, no runs on, no hits. There was an error, nobody left. Scrappers come to bat, bottom of the first. Come back and join us. You're listening to Scrapper Baseball on B99.5. We'll be right back. Scrappers work around an error in the first, and it's scoreless going into the bottom half. The right-hander, Dason Conley, he's on the mound for the Cardinals. His battery mate is Drew Bostic. It'll be Chambers, Ray, and Honey, Green, Kirby, and Gray, Boone, Arnold, and Hutchison for the Scrappers. Bostic throws it down, and the left-handing hitting Chambers comes to the plate. Chambers led off the game with a ringing double to the left center field gap, came around and scored in the Scrappers' big 5-run first.
He's tied for second on time on base percentage at 500 so far on the year.
Chambers and the catcher Bostic talking it over.
Yeah,
And do they have? They've got the electronic signal, and Bostic can't get it on. So Coach May says, "I think we've got the problem worked out." Frank, when you and I were coaching, we didn't have the catchers wired up.
No, we didn't.
First pitch to Chambers. And a ball outside. Conley, right-hander, not a real big young man, slightly built. Infield, outfield, straight away for Chambers. And a ball outside. Now the left fielder pulls over toward the left center field gap a little bit. Chambers can sit on something to hit 2-0 as the Scrappers bat bottom of the first, scoreless game. And a strike, a high strike right at the letters. Chambers didn't get what he wanted. That was a good take. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt now. Chambers up in the count, 3-1. Trying to get on in front of Banks Ray.
Chambers done a really good job getting on base so far this year. 500 on base percentage. So half the time he's up, he reaches base.
Up in the count, 3-1. Chambers will be looking for something to drive. And a strike, doesn't offer. Chambers is yet to swing the bat. Conley's thrown 3 pitches. We'll have a decision on this full count right here. Swing and a miss. Kind of took something off, didn't he, Frank?
A little bit. He doesn't throw. He's not a burner to start with. And he took a little bit off of that. Had a little drop at the end of it. Carson swung right over it to the first out of the inning.
Probably, as Frank said, probably his changeup. Had enough confidence to come back, throw it 3-2. Here's Banks Ray. Ray fouls it off to the right side. I was visiting with Coach Todd Ledford a little bit before the game. Talked about the Scrappers came out with 4 hits, a walk, a sacrifice fly in the first inning, and Coach Ledford's words, and then the faucet was turned off. Scrappers had only 1 base runner the rest of the game. I like to see the bats going. Ray hits it into right field. Right fielder playing him over toward the line and makes the play. Frank kind of playing our right-handers like we play most other teams. That's kind of where Hayden Gray plays, and he made the play.
What you want to do against a right-hander, because most of his balls that are hit by a right-hander, the right fielder is going to tail toward the line, so you speed over toward the line a little bit. He was in a good position for the second out.
And Coach Slayton played him like that, and we mentioned their head coach, Austin May, played for Coach Slayton up here, so maybe a little bit of that in this.
Mason hitting 286 on the year.
And a ball. Count 1-1 to Honey.
Mason second on the team with 8 hits. He's got 4 RBIs on the young season.
1-1 pitch, 1 out, no score, bottom of 1. Swing and a miss. Big cut comes up empty. Todd Ledford coaches down at first for the Scrappers. Zach Stewart in the box at third. Just low. 2-2 now. Gage Green, Scrappers' hottest hitter on deck. Ground ball foul past third. We'll do it again, 2-2. Chambers struck out, Ray flew out to right. And now it's Mason Honey. Ball inside, gets away from the catcher. Scrapperettes played their conference game with the Lady Fairview Cardinals yesterday afternoon, and they won it 14-0, says athletic director Butch Nichols. In 5. In fact, they beat them 19-0 at Fairview, so the Lady Cardinals didn't dent the plate against the Scrapperettes this week. Payoff pitch to Honey. Line drive, base hit, and he had to wait a minute. The shortstop jumped, but it went right over his head, so Honey gets his first knock for the Scrappers. Here comes Gage Green. Right.
He's batting .429 on the year. Leads the team with 12 hits. Second on the team with 9 RBIs.
Crane putting together a solid year. As Frank mentioned earlier, done a good job defensively behind the plate. He and Manlove were splitting catching duties. It's all for Gage now. Out in front, fouls it off the end of his bat down the first baseline, and the first baseman Schroeder picks it up. JT, the left-handed first baseman Schroeder, understand he had a pretty good little breaking ball down there.
I tell you what, he could get that curveball right in underneath the left-handed batter's hands and then fall off the right-hander. So it was a good pitch.
Ball in the dirt to Green, 1-1. Scrappers trying for a 2-out rally. First 2 are out. Honey got a base hit. Carson Kirby on deck. A lot of hitting room in the right center field alley. And a pop fly off to the right side. Center fielder pulled around to the left side. The right fielder still closer to the line. Frank, you could drive a big train in right center field right now.
Absolutely.
Ball outside. Green, the catcher, standing in from the right side. Here's Conley's pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Conley. Nothing doing for the Scrappers in the first. No runs on a hit. No errors, a runner left. We've played 1. No score in Nashville. Scrappers nothing, Cardinals nothing. We'll be back on B99.5 in just 1 minute. Chambers will face their 4, 5, and 6 hitters. They had a runner reach on an error, but he was out on the bases, so it'll be Peyton Schroeder. He was at the plate when Moorhead got thrown out, tried to steal third. Then Michael Betts and Drew Bostic. And the left-handed hitting Schroeder comes back to the plate.
Then it came back and played,
Ground ball to second. 3 hops. Ray's got it. Flips to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Michael Betts, the third baseman. The first three of the first 4 Cardinals were left-handed batters, but Betts is up from the right side, and he takes a cut and comes up empty. Good curveball. Kind of hangs, but a swing and a miss. Spring break for all the schools in Arkansas next week, but the Scrappers on the road, and good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Mr. Betts. A 3-pitch strikeout.
Second strikeout. Chambers on the afternoon.
Drew Bostic is the batter.
Betts struck out twice at Camden the other day.
And he swings and he misses, and Chambers he's got it in the right arm slot. He's in his rhythm right this minute. And then as I say that, he throws it back against the screen. 1-1, 2 outs. Top of the second, no score. Just outside, ball 2. Breaking ball in on his hands, and Betts fouls it off to the right side. 2-2. 2 quick outs here. High swing, did he go? They appeal and says no. Breaking ball in the dirt. Bostic held up. Count goes full. Swing and a miss. Strikes out 2 in a quick inning for the Scrappers. Nothing doing for the Cardinals in their second. No score. Scrappers try to get on the board. Come back and join us. YouTube live stream and on B99.5. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Athletic Director Bunch Nichols is here. We mentioned Scrapperettes played their game. He had that call for you yesterday and beat the Lady Cardinals. Are the Scrapperettes playing any over spring break, Bunch?
JV.
He says just JV. Carson Kirby, left-handed hitting first baseman for the Scrappers.
First hitting 269. He leads the team with 11 RBIs on the year. He's got 4 doubles. That also leads the team.
And he fouls that one in the parking lot off to the left side. Gotten a little bigger crowd here in the bleachers off to my left. Oh, 1 pitch to Kirby. Ball just outside. Kirby, then Hayden Gray. Shadow's just about to get to the home plate area. And a strike at the letters. And a fly ball to center. Hangs up. Center fielder, left fielder, back, and the left fielder makes the catch right in front of the Scrapper star. And Frank, that south wind, that ball, that high fly ball, it kept riding.
It did. He had good backspin on it. He hit it about 325 feet. But it's the first out of the inning.
Scrappers had a lot of outs like that in the ball game yesterday, JT. Putting the bat on the ball.
Good hard contact, just was hitting it at people.
And a ball to Gray.
Gray hitting 259 so far on the season. He's tied for the lead with 2 stolen bases.
Hey, looks like they've got Gray scouted up. The third baseman, Michael Betts, in about 2 steps in front of the bag. Gray will lay down a bunt. He shows bunt and takes a strike. Frank, you weren't here yesterday, but as we mentioned, the little pitcher Falk, really similar, I think, to this young man from Fairview as Gray takes the ball inside that gets away from the catcher and goes off his thumb.
Yeah, he's not overpowering, but he's around the plate. He's moving the ball up and down, in and out really well so far.
And that was going to be my point. If you'll throw it across the plate and play a little defense, you'll compete in most games.
That's exactly right.
So those free bases. Now pop up to right. Right fielder puts it away. Scrapper's hitting the ball in the air, and here's Luke Boone. I've noticed the defensive alignment on most of these right-handed batters. On the infield for the Cardinals, the second baseman's over toward first. Shortstop's over toward third. A lot of hitting room up the middle. Boone takes the ball.
Boone hitting 261, got a 433 on base percentage.
And ball 2. So far in this game, Frank, and you got to give credit to the young man, Dason Conley, Scrapper's having trouble getting deep into counts against them.
Yeah, I mean, they know he's throwing strikes, so they're going up there ready to swing.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. Boone serves it up the middle. In the second inning, just like the first. 2 outs and then a base hit. Scrappers couldn't do anything with it in the first. Let's see if Madden Arnold can do anything. Nice stroke by Boone then, Frank, carrying that ball up the middle.
Yep, got an outside pitch, got it on the end of the bat solidly. Good single.
Boone got a little speed. Wouldn't be surprised if he runs with 2 outs, and there he goes. And the throw down and not close. And the catcher Bostic didn't show a lot of arm in. Frank, maybe we could run on him, but you know, the old adage, you can't steal first base.
That's exactly right. He didn't get his feet moved very good down. Easily in there safely as Boone.
Scrapper's trying to pick up a 2-out RBI. No score here in the second. Ball in the dirt.
And got a couple of RBIs so far on the year. Like to see him pick up this one right here.
Second baseman and shortstop kind of bunching toward second, trying to keep Boone close. Hitting room on the right side. And a strike over the inside edge to Arnold. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, runner at second. No score in the second. Conference game. Scrappers want to go 2-0 before spring break. Ball under Arnold's hands, and he comes up empty. There goes the runner. There's the line drive, base hit, and he'll score easily. And there's that big 2-out RBI.
Well, the line drive by Arnold to get the run in. almost hit Boone as he was going from second to third.
And Boone did that yesterday in the ball game. Frank, JT, and I talked about it. And if you're going to steal third with 2 outs, you need to be 100% sure you're going to make it. And Boone was on the move, and after the ball got in the outfield, he had no trouble scoring. Let's see if Arnold's going to run. Not going as Zeus Hutchison takes a ball. Scrappers on the board, up 1-0. 2-out rally, hit by Boone, stolen base, and a RBI by Arnold. Ground ball to the right of the shortstop. He bobbles it. He'll have to hurry, and he gets him at second base. Nice play by their shortstop, and he just got Madden Arnold sliding in to second base. They had no chance to throw Hutchison out at first.
They really didn't. That was a good read by the shortstop for Fairview to go over there.
But the Scrappers get on the board, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, a runner left. After 1, Nashville 1, Camden Fairview nothing. You're listening to Scrapper Baseball. We'll be right back. Carson Chambers has faced the minimum through 2 innings, although they had a base runner and lost him on the bases. So this is the bottom third for the Cardinals. Matthew Reynolds, the DH, leads it off. Reynolds DHing for their right fielder, Quentin Browning. Or their left fielder. And a swing and a miss. Chambers struck out the last 2 to end the second. Tall left-hander, he's ready to go. Reynolds steps out, now he's back in. Ground ball, base hit. That's the first base hit as he hits it through the hole between shortstop and third base. Max Bradshaw. Frank, remember this name and young man from last year? I think he pitches some for him. Honey looking for the bunt. Shows the bunt. Takes the ball.
Yep, Bradshaw had a brother that played for him. They both started against Nashville.
He shows the bunt early. There goes the runner, and he bunts it down. Chambers picks it up, throws to first. Sacrifice is good. Coach May got what he wanted out of the little second baseman in, Frank.
Yeah, good bunt. Killed it really good. No chance to get the runner advance into second. Good throw down to first for that first out.
This is the shortstop, Jack Jeffers. RBI opportunity for Jeffers here. Pops up a low pitch over the right side. We're in the third. Nashville up 1-0. Chambers takes a look at second. Now he steps off. Their DH, Matthew Reynolds, led off with a base hit. Next batter bunted him over. And a strike. Chambers up 0-2. Top of their order next. That's their pitcher, Dason Conley. Swing and a miss. Chambers gets his 4th strikeout of the day. Conley flied out to Gray and right to lead off the ball game. And a strike. And with 2 outs in the 3rd, what's Chambers' pitch count, JT?
He's at 33 pitches.
Being efficient so far. And strike 2, Frank. That might be the best pitch he's thrown today.
Had a lot of velocity on it, right on the inside part of the plate under his hands. Tough pitch.
Chambers up 0-2. Place 1 outside.
Greenfield's already buzzing. He don't get paid to sit out here. He ain't paid to do this stuff. Yeah, but that's what I told Nikki. I said, yeah, you sure do.
He's going to be just like everybody else.
And I said,
Ground ball up the middle. Ray gets it. Long throw to first. And he beats it out, but Ray saved a run then, Frank.
He did. Had good range. Got it right behind the bag. Planted him through, but Dyson has a little speed, so he gets the infield hit on that. Second hit of the inning for the Cardinals.
And now here comes the left-handed hitting center fielder, Zach Moorhead. He's got some speed. He got on an error in the 1st inning.
Well, and I sent it to all them.
Let's see if they want to run Conley at first base.
There and talk to him.
they went and told him, you got lucky.
And Chambers throws over and almost throws it into right field. Did they put in a courtesy runner while I was in my book? I think they did.
Number 11 is that.
Brody Dow is running over there for the pitcher. Ball just outside.
Y'all going to the lake?
But it'll take me 2 hours before I
Reynolds at 3rd. Doesn't look like they have good speed. We'll see if they put the runner in motion if the Scrappers throw through. And a ball just outside.
All right, I'll get with you. Appreciate it, Gabe.
Scrappers in a little bit of a 2-out situation. Runners at 1st and 3rd for the Cardinals. And ball 3. Maury Utsey's on deck. Utsey was a strikeout victim to end the 1st. And a strike on 3-0. Three-one pitch to the left-hander. Ground ball to short. He goes the short way, does Arnold to Ray. Arnold ranges about 2 steps to his right, and the Scrappers get to 4s and get out of the inning. No runs, a couple of hits, couple left. Scrappers still up 1-0 coming to the plate, bottom of the 3rd. Come back and join us. This is Scrapper Baseball. And that'll be the pitcher, Carson Chambers. Chambers struck out his first time. Scrappers cling to a 1-run lead here in the 3rd. Game moving right along, only about 35 minutes old so far. Flag kind of blowing straight out toward center, maybe a little toward left. Swinging a foul. Banks Ray, the on deck hitter, gets the ball back, retrieves it, gives it to the umpire. Chambers leading off, bottom of the third. Tapper towards second. Chambers hustling. First baseman takes it and goes and steps on the bag. That's Peyton Schrader, and Chambers hustling down the line but rolls out unassisted 3. Scrappers yet to get that all-important leadoff man on in the inning yet, Frank.
No, they've done a good job so far with that from the Fairview perspective.
And a ball into right center field. Let's see if it hangs up for the right fielder, and it does, as Ray hits it into right center field. And the ball hangs up, so 2 quick outs for the Scrappers here. Ray has flied out to the right fielder twice. Honey.
Long way to run that time.
Honey got one of the 3 Scrapper hits back in the first. Both pitchers being efficient here this afternoon. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop can't get it, and Honey's 2 for 2. Third inning mirroring the first inning on our scorebook, Frank. 2 outs, and then Honey gets a base hit. Let's see what Gage Green can do.
He's leading the team in hits, leading the team in batting average, leading the team in on base percentage.
He's leading the team in mustache, too.
Yeah.
That's important.
It kind of got a Miles Michaelis mustache,
Yeah, it does
if
have that.
any of you know the Cardinal pitcher. Green takes the ball outside. Have you got a score in any other district games, JT?
Magnolia's up on DeQueen 2-0, headed to the top of the 4th.
They had a dandy, and DeQueen beat them 3-1. Magnolia trying to return the favor. Arkadelphia and Hope also playing today. And a pop-up. Second baseman back, and the ball drops. You could tell that ball was going to be trouble, and good base running by Honey. Frank, it was way up in the air, but it was kind of in no man's land right behind first.
It definitely was in no man's land. Everybody went after it, and it just dropped right in the triangle.
And we have a courtesy runner for Green, and I would expect Coach Stewart put him in motion pretty quick as Carver comes to the plate. Is that Fritz out there, JT?
That's Peyton Fritz, yes, sir.
And he steals it without an attempt. Big at bat here for Kirby now. 2 outs, runners at second and third.
Kirby leads the team with RBIs with 11.
And a ball high. Hayden Gray's on deck.
He gave the ball a good ride to left center field last time. Caught just short of the wall.
And a strike over the outside edge. 2 balls and a strike to Kirby. Swing and a miss, took a little off. Kirby, a big cut, comes up empty.
Pretty effective pitch for Conley. He's gotten several people swing over that pitch so far today.
2-2 pitch. Long one into right. Long one into right. That ball's out of here. Carson Kirby got it all and hit it over the Scrapper star in right field, Frank, and you could tell when it was about halfway out, the right fielder knew where it was.
Yeah, he took a few steps back because that's good for your pitcher morale to make you think he got a chance, but he had no chance to get that ball. Inside fastball, he got around, got the bat head on it, and hammers it out of here.
And the Scrappers get a little breathing room now. How about that 2-out rally? A moment ago, Frank, 2 outs, nobody on. Single, and those 3-run homers, they do some damage.
Earl Weaver left by him.
Earl Weaver and the Baltimore Orioles of the 70s as Gray takes a cut. So Gray put a little, Kirby put a little charge into this Scrapper crowd with a big home run over the right field wall. And a ball up to Gray. Frank, that ball cleared the fence, I think, with some to spare.
Yeah, it was pretty much a no-doubter.
And a strike to Gray. Scrappers have plated 3. The big blow, a 3-run homer by first baseman Carson Kirby here in the 3rd. And a ball out. Boone's on deck. Boone's got one of the Scrapper hits. Ground ball foul over Coach Stewart's head at 3rd.
In the bottom of the 1st, Arkadelphia leads Hope 11-2.
Wow. Frank Hope got a little better a year or 2 ago, and maybe they're not now, though. I don't know. They've gotten beat pretty soundly by Arkadelphia Tuesday and way behind today. Strike 3 call, and Gray knew it. But a good inning for the Scrappers as they score 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left. Big blow, a home run by Kirby. Chambers back to the mound. He'll face the heart of the Fairview order. We'll be right back in 1 minute. Scrapper scored 3, and Chambers wants a shutdown inning. He starts it off versus Maury Utsi, the 3rd place hitter, and he throws a strike. Utsi a strikeout victim back in the 1st.
Gave up 2 hits last inning, worked his way out of that trouble.
Ground ball to 2nd, 3 hops. Ray's got it. Flips to 1st. Utsi doesn't run very well, so an easy 4-3 putout. Peyton Schroeder comes to the plate.
Schroeder grounded to 2nd his last time up.
First pitch. takes something off. Ball goes in the dirt. Ball one. Schroeder's got something in his eye. Frank, can you get dirt in your eye when there is no dirt on the field?
Yes.
Yes, you can. It's got them little pebbles out there.
Okay. Swing and a miss. Schroeder takes a big rip at the ball under his hands. Now an off-speed pitch goes low. Swing and a miss. Chambers throws a fastball by him, evens the count at 2-2. One out, Scrubbers up 4-0. We play in the fourth. Just outside. Schroeder steps out. Now he's ready. Chambers kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. What about taking something off on that one, Frank?
He really did. He had him way out in front of that pitch. He tried to slow his bat up. Wouldn't have done any good if he hit that ball. It would have been a rollover ground ball. Good pitch by Chambers.
And the first pitch of ball to Michael Betts, Frank. I think you'd agree over the years, watching this high school baseball, watching how pitching has evolved as the second pitch comes in and a ball high. Back in the day, you could pretty well count on a fastball if you got to count 3 and 2. But some of these high school pitchers now, they've got confidence in their off-speed stuff.
Yeah, they started throwing that change-up at a young age. That's really good.
Line drive to center. Here comes Hutchison, and the ball gets on the ground, and it'll be a base hit. Zeus dives for it. Betts hit it hard. Frank might have been in his glove for just a second.
Yeah, he had to come charging in hard on that and go down, just trying to get it right off the ground. Couldn't quite pick it up. Hit it go as a base hit.
Here's the catcher, Bostic.
Bostic struck out his first time up.
2 out hit by Michael Betts. And a strike right down the middle. Scrubbers up 4-0. Chambers had how many pitches after 3 2/3?
That was pitch number 54.
And a swing and a foul, and he's up 0-2 on Bostic. Let's see what Chambers and Coach Stewart and Gage Green are going to dial up here on 0-2. Kirby holds the runner at first. Ball high. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Little tapper. Kirby gets it. Gives it to Chambers. Frank, talk about that play. It was maybe the batter didn't run good, but that was a little more difficult than it looked.
It was. It was a slow roller down there at first, and Kirby had to come get it. Nobody else could get it. Chambers did a good job running over there. Kirby flips it to him. He steps on the bag for the third out.
No runs on a hit, no errors, a runner left. Scrappers enjoy a 4-0 lead. We're halfway through at Wilson Park. Come back and join us on B99.5. Going into the fourth, the Cardinals make a pitching change. Coming in from third base, number 9, Michael Betts. Michael Betts, the right-hander, in relief of Dason Conley. And Frank Conley gave up the big home run to Kirby, 3-run homer last inning, but he was pretty effective.
He was 3 innings, allowed those 4 runs. He allowed 5 hits, struck out 2.
They have some defensive changes out there. Quentin Browning goes to third base. He was in the outfield. Scrappers have the bottom third up. Boone, Arnold, and Hutchison.
Yeah, that's the right fielder, I think. Right fielder has gone to third.
Scrappers got the first run of the game with a 2-out rally as Boone got a base hit, stole second, and Arnold knocked him in. Bostic throws it down, and the first batter that Michael Betts will see is Luke Boone from the left side.
Yeah, they brought in a new right fielder.
Scrappers up 4-0 game, halfway over. Boone takes one in the dirt for ball 1.
Boone singled his first time up, stole second. He came in to score on Madden Arnold's single, give the Scrappers a 1-0 lead then.
Outfield pulled around to the right side as Boone takes ball 2. These Cardinals have yet to issue a free pass. Swing and a miss. Good cut by Boone.
This is unusual so far in a high school game. Neither pitcher is given a free pass. Nobody's been hit.
And he throws that one about 54 feet, and now Boone's up 3-1. Boone looks something up that he can drive here on the 3-1 pitch. And he drives it in center field for a base hit.
Who's the 2?
And 2 solid line drives up the middle, Frank. 2 good swings by Boone. Hey, I was walking out, I just thought of this. I was walking out the gate after I'd been on the field before the game, and Boone was walking in, and I said, Boone, get about 3 today, so I think he's taking coaching well.
He's doing a good job. He's like a coachable kid. Arnold had a single his last time up and drove in a first run of the game for the Scrappers.
And the throw to first had a good pick there by Schrader on a low throw. Boone got a little speed. See if the Scrappers want to bunt, hit and run, or just straight steal. Boone inching off, draws another throw. Now it's 3-0, Magnolia over the Queen. I think Patrician, who I think is the Queen's ace, is pitching for them. Nelson pitching for Magnolia. Magnolia got a bunch of good arms, JT. Good bunt by Arnold. Good sacrifice there by Arnold as the third baseman picks it up. And Quentin Browning shows up at third base and made a pretty good play there, Frank. Good bunt by Arnold.
He did. He covered the ground good. It was a good bunt. Good sacrifice bunt. Had a chance to beat it out. Third baseman came over, got it, got rid of it quick. Strong throw, 1 out.
Hutchison hit a ball to the right of the shortstop his first time. but they got the force going the easy way. If nobody would have been on, now ball to third. The third baseman eats it up and throws Hutchison out. He looks like a human vacuum cleaner when he can't all of a sudden over there, Frank.
If they had him in right field, he did a good job out there. They brought him over here, and the ball found him, but he's doing a good job with it.
JT, you and I talked about that in some situation in the game yesterday. When you come in the game or change positions, it's amazing how many times that ball will find you.
It's like a magnet out there. It just finds you no matter where you go.
Chambers would like to help himself. A base hit would help add to the Scrappers' 4-0 lead. Tries a breaking ball, it stays high.
Chambers is struck out, grounded out to first.
And ball low to Chambers. Boone led off the inning with a base hit. Arnold bunted him to second. Hutchison retired on a good play by the third baseman. Chambers looking for a 2-out hit. Nashville up 4-0. Ground ball to the right side. Shortstop knocks it down. Long throw. Can't get him. It's a throw back to third, and the throw gets away. But good hustle by Chambers, Frank. Infield hit.
Yeah, Chambers got a little speed. He got down the line good. Really good play to keep that ball on the infield by their shortstop. Had to go in the hole, slide, and backhand the ball. Came up, made a strong throw over to first, just not in time.
And Chambers trots off the field for a courtesy runner. And again, I was in my book. Is that Sam Carter out there?
No, that's Peyton Fritz.
Peyton Fritz out there. There he goes, swinging a miss. Good cut by Ray as Fritz has the base stolen.
Ray has flown out to right both times up.
Scrappers looking for something. Now we're having a little electronic problems as Bostic says, I can't hear Coach May. So now Bostic's going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Michael Betts. He's in relief of Dason Conley.
I can definitely empathize with the electronics messing up on you. Sometimes that just happens.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe they've got it fixed, or maybe he'll put the fingers down, Frank. It's worked for about 150 years.
Yeah, I think he is doing that. I don't think the pitcher's on the comm, is he? I think just the catcher.
Just the catcher, yeah.
There goes the runner. No throw as Bostic fakes the throw, but he wasn't very enthusiastic about that fake. Now base hit. Probably plates a pair. Fritz, the courtesy runner, got a little speed down at second. Good cut by Ray, but he's in the hole as he fouls it straight back. Ray's hit it to the right fielder twice. But they've got a different right fielder that he hit it to right now, Frank.
They do.
He's
we know that the former right fielder has a really good glove because he showed it out there and he showed it at third.
Oh, swinging a miss and a good pitch, and he tied Ray up. And the Scrappers get no runs on a couple of hits. They had a couple left. Didn't add to the lead. Chambers back to the mound. Scrappers up 4-0. Game moves into the fifth. Come back and join us in just 1 minute. Bottom part of the order, leading it off for the Cardinals as we move into the fifth, but this is the DH, Matthew Reynolds. Frank, he's got one of their hits.
Yeah, he singled last time up to left center field.
Set the scrapper defense for you after this pitch. Chambers kicks and fires. And a ball high. Green's the catcher. Honey at third. Arnold at short. Ray at second. Kirby at first. Left to right around the outfield, it's Boone, Hutchison, and Gray. And now way high and now way low. Ground ball to short. Arnold has to wait on it. He'll have to throw long. He throws a long hop and he beats it out. It was close. Frank Arnold had to make a choice, in charge it or sit back. Probably made the right choice, and it was bang bang over there.
Yeah, he was in that kind of no man's land on that. Whether to come in hard or wait on it. So he waited on it. Made a good strong one hop throw over there. But Reynolds beats it out for his second hit of the day.
And a strike to Bradshaw. Bradshaw bunted him over the first time. At that time, the game was just 1-0, though. Now it's 4-0. Bradshaw taps it foul. He's in the hole 0-2. Frank, I call it the turf throw. If a ball's deep in the hole on the left side, I like that long one-hop throw.
I do, too. I think it ought to be used more often, especially in high school ball. You can get that good long hop to the first baseman, get rid of it quicker, get it over there. It's easy to catch.
Not many of these shortstop have that Mason Wynn arm on them. So
there's not many in the major leagues have a Mason Wynn arm on them.
Ooh, just high as Chambers tries a breaking ball.
And he's got two of them.
Swinging a foul as Bradshaw hangs tough. Infield hit by Reynolds to start the fifth. Just high. Now full count. Bradshaw been battling up there. Pops it up foul. Good at bat by the little second baseman, Frank.
Yeah, he's battling. He's a good little ball player.
And he fouls another one off. Might have swung at ball 4 then, Frank.
Yeah, it was over his head, but he wasn't going to let the umpire call it.
Strike 3 called. And Bradshaw knows it, in a good battle there, Frank, and Chambers winning.
He did. That's his 6th strikeout. First out of the inning.
Jeff Jeffers, the shortstop. JT, one good thing about Luke Boone's good outing, 7+ innings at Fairview. As the first pitch comes to Jeffers, and a swing and a foul. Got 7 innings out of him. Goodson came in with runners at first and second, nobody out. But Goodson is ready to go today. He's got a full slate. He's not even, obviously he's eligible, but he didn't throw a lot of pitches down there.
No, sir. He was just magnificent coming in. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Extra innings, ball game. Strikeout, fly ball to right. He got right out of it.
1-1 to the 9th place hitter, Jeffers. He swings and fouls it, almost hits a dove as it goes over to the right side. He wouldn't have hit it as hard as Randy Johnson hit that white dove on the pitch between the mound. If you've not seen that video, you need to look at it as a ground ball goes foul. Maybe was it a pigeon or a dove?
Pigeon, I think. And cross between him and the catcher on about a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
And the fastball won big. You can see that on YouTube.
I like the one where the Marlins were driving the truck behind home plate, and the pitcher threw out the side window as he missed the catcher and hit the truck.
Yeah. All right, back to the ball game. They've got a runner at first and 1 out. Scrappers up 4-0. And Chambers bounces one up there. This is the 9th place hitter, Jeffers. Chambers wants to throw a strike as the count is full. And he walks him. Just inside. First walk by Chambers. Now the Cardinals got a little something going. This is Ben McKinney coming to the plate, and Coach Stewart's going out. Chambers at how many pitches right now?
He's at 75.
Ben McKinney has entered the game when they made the pitching change. This is the spot that their first pitcher, Dason Conley, was in. So we don't know much about McKinney, but this Ben McKinney will be hitting here. Coach Stewart's got all his infielders around him, and he goes back. He leaves the ball with his big left-hander and says, go get him out. A base hit, a strikeout, and then a walk on a 3-2 pitch. McKinney from the right side is his first at bat of the day. Arnold and Ray look for a pair up the middle. Scrappers turned a nice 4-6-3 double play against Falk yesterday. And Chambers throws a strike. And strike 2. McKinney yet to take the bat off his shoulder. Scrappers up 4-0 here in the 5th. Ground ball to third. Honey goes the short way and gets the force out. Frank had a little trouble getting it out of his glove.
Yeah, he did. He made a good catch running toward second ball with that. Thought he might try to tag the runner coming across. He may have thought that, lost a little control of it, but then flipped it down to Banks Ray at second for the second out.
Now it's Zach Moorhead, the center fielder. Moorhead with good speed, reached on an error and reached on a fielder's choice. He's been on twice, yet to have a hit. And a ball goes outside to the left-handed hitting center fielder. Chambers from the set position. And a strike. 2 outs here in the 5th. Chambers trying to keep his shutout intact. There goes the runner. Swinging a foul. Put the runner McKinney in motion. Got a pretty good jump, Frank, but with 2 outs, we've seen Green throw through on first and third, and we've seen him throw a runner or 2 out in that Ralph Gross tournament.
He has a good chance, not a lot of speed at third base.
Not going. Swing right off the end of the bat. He was way out front, and I mean that was right off the end of the bat, off the grandstand wall by the Scrapper dugout. Umpire takes a look at the ball to see if it's okay. 2 outs. Chambers has got Moorhead set up, 1 and 2. There goes the runner. And no throw by Green. Didn't have much to handle in. Frank, ball was way high.
Yeah, high and outside it. And a check swing in there that he held up on.
And a left-handed batter. A lot going against Green throwing through. Base hit could cut the lead in half. Strike 3 called, and Chambers paints the outside corner and gets out of the jam, and you can hear the hand he gets from the Scrapper crowd as Coach Todd Ledford greets him at the foul line. No runs on a hit. No errors, a couple left. Game moves to the bottom of the 5th. Nashville up 4-0. Come back and join us. We'll be right back. He'll face the heart of the Scrapper order, 3, 4, and 5. That's Honey, Green, and Kirby. Who's got the big blow in this game so far, Frank?
Carson Kirby. He got that 3-run home run because with 2 outs, Honey led off the 3rd inning with a single. Green would single, and then he would hit the 3-run home run to make it 4-0 as we stand now. Only 2 for 2 so far today with a run scored for the Scrappers.
Scrappers gotten some base hits today. Talked to Coach Stewart midweek. Scrappers hitting .261, a little bit low for a high school team. He'd like to get that up. Honey doing his part. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, we banged out 7 hits so far today.
Looking at that defensive infield position, a lot of room up the middle. Shortstop shaded toward 3rd as Honey takes ball 2. Scrappers in control of the game, but a couple more would make it feel a little easier, Frank.
Yeah, you'd like to see a good at bat through the middle of the order here and put a couple runs up right now.
Honey will take a pitch as ball 3 goes low. And a 4-pitch walk. Good start for the Scrapper 5th.
First walk issued by the Cardinals today.
And here comes Coach Schrader out to the mound. And we're going to have the big meetings with everybody. Going to get a pinch runner, I think, for Honey.
That's Gage Applegate.
Gage Applegate, the freshman, coming in to run.
Number 15, Gage Applegate, will be the pinch runner for Holly. Holly will be in.
Frank, I've talked to Coach Stewart a couple of times this year. He wants to be sure that when he runs for Honey, it's at the right time, because when he takes him out once, the next time he'll have to come out of the game, and he sure wants that senior bat in there late in the game.
He wants his glove at 3rd. This is a good time to do that right now. You've got a nice, comfortable 4-run lead, but you really want to extend it here. So get some speed over there at first and see what happens.
Generally, you think this is a bunting situation for Coach Stewart in a game like this, but he's got his hottest hitter, the cleanup hitter, Gage Green, at the plate. Let's see what the Scrappers do. And Applegate draws the throw.
Gage is 1 for 2 on the day, single. stolen base for Fritz, coming in the courtesy run for him, and then scored the run on Kirby's home run.
Base hit into left field, and Green spikes it into left, gets away from a left fielder, and both runners will advance a base. So a hit in there, and the Scrappers have got something going now. And Brett Fritz will go into courtesy run. And so Green didn't wait as he goes 2 for 3 today, Frank.
Yeah, he continues his hard hitting, and here's the star of the game so far at the plate, Carson Kirby.
They're giving a run as Kirby takes the ball low. They're giving a run all 4 infield positions. If Kirby can hit it on the ground past the pitcher, Applegate can scoot home with the Scrappers' 5th run of the day. Long look in. Taps it to the pitcher. I jinxed him on that one, Frank.
You did. First out of the inning.
Anything on the ground except to the pitcher, and Kirby hit a little one-hopper back to the pitcher, and nobody can advance. Now Coach Stewart wants to talk to Gray. I believe he's bringing in a pinch hitter for Gray. Peyton Fritz getting ready to pinch hit now for Gray. Now that infield's in at all 4 spots. Line drive, base hit. Coach Stewart pushes the right buttons, and a 2-run single for Fritz. How about that, Frank, on the first pitch?
Yeah, that's what you want to see. You don't want a pinch hitter up there taking a lot of pitches. He's up there to hit. Came up, got a inside fastball, kind of in and out. It just right past the first baseman mitt. If he'd been about 2 inches taller, he might have caught it. But 2 more runs to score on the hit by Fritz.
And he ends up at second base. Here's Boone. Boy, Frankie, none of this stuff's in the book or in the box score, but with nobody out, Coach May had his infield back. If the infield was back then, it would have been a line drive to the first baseman. That'd have been all it was.
He would have caught it if he'd been back then.
With 1 out, and I agree with his strategy, brings the infield in, and Fritz shoots it past him. Ball into the dirt. Boone, he's got a couple of knocks. He's 2 for 2. Scrappers up at the lead 6-0. It'll be at least 6-0 going into the 6th. We'll see if Kirby comes back, Chambers comes back out to pitch the 6th. And a breaking ball just low. Arnold on deck. Arnold's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. And a strike right down the middle. Shadow's about 10 feet from the pitching mound here right now at Wilson Park this afternoon. Ball starts in the sun and then gets in that shadow to the batter. Ball high. Boone takes a free pass. Second walk of the inning, second walk of the game. Here comes Arnold. First baseman over holding the runner on with runners on first and second. 90 feet of hitting area in the right side. Arnold takes a ball.
Arnold singled, got an RBI and a sacrifice bunt on the day.
Zeus Hutchinson on deck. And a ball high. This is Michael Betts. And Coach May's going to call timeout, and we'll see if he's going to stay with the right-hander. This is the Fairview's second pitcher of the game. Dason Conley started and went 3. This inning started, Honey walked, Green got a base hit. Kirby tapped back to the pitcher. Fritz hitting for Hayden Gray, knocked in 2 with a base hit to right field. Boone walks. Now it's first and second and 1 out. Looks like they may be getting ready to make a pitching change.
I believe Max Bradshaw is going to come in. I think he handed in the ball.
So coming in from second base to pitch for the Cardinals will be Max Bradshaw. We're going to take a 1-minute break as Bradshaw throws his warm-up tosses. But when we come back, the Scrappers will be up 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Runners at first and second, and Madden Arnold at the plate. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back and join us. Coming in from second base is Bradshaw. Max Bradshaw coming to the mound. And Frank, he's a slight built young man, but I remember he came in last year against us and gave us fits.
Yeah, he pitched well against us. Didn't have overpowering stuff, but he was around the plate. Third baseman has now moved to second base.
So I guess we can expect a ground ball to second, huh?
Slight built young man. Can you explain that to him a little bit better?
And a throw to first. Really unusual situation with runners on first and second. They've got the first baseman holding the runner on, and the second baseman close to the bag. If Arnold could just poke one to the right side, there's nobody there. And he tries to wait back and do that and fouls it off to the right side. And back to first, close, and they pick him off. And a base running mistake by Boone. It's really unusual, Frank, to see what just happened there. And Coach Stewart not happy with his outfielder.
Now, that's one thing you never want to get picked off with a runner on second.
And now we're stealing third. And he steals it without any trouble. That's Fritz over there. He had the big hit this inning, 2 RBI hit.
His third stolen base on the day.
Oh, and there's that Bradshaw slow curveball that I remember from last year, and Arnold way out in front. Throws it on 3-1, and he had Madden Arnold fooled. Here comes the pitch. Chopper to short. Third baseman cuts it off. Long throw and a good one. Good strong arm there. But the Scrappers do pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error and a runner left. We'll see who goes to the mound as Scrappers up 6-0. Fairview bats into 6. Come back and join us. This is Scrapper Baseball.
Wilson told the call the pitcher right there, the slight built young man.
Jaden Goodson. And JT's mentioned it on the last 2 broadcasts, but in the 3-2 extra inning win, Jaden Goodson was one of the 2 or 3 stars of the game. He's got a little more breathing room now, so Scrappers are up 6-0. He faces their 3rd, 4th, and 5th place hitters. This is Mari Utsi, the left-handed hitter.
Now at second base.
And Goodson wants to come in and pump strikes. Scrappers need 6 outs, and the first pitch is a fastball for a strike. Chambers out of the game, but he's still hitting. Swing and a foul with an off-speed pitch. And Goodson quickly up 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Goodson comes in, and Frank, that's what you want that guy coming in the last 1 or 2 innings to close. Come in throwing strikes and to get that big first out in the inning.
Absolutely. Good job by Jaden right then.
Here's Peyton Schroeder, the first baseman. Goodson bounces one up there.
They were grounded out to second and struck out. He's one of the 7 strikeout victims that Chambers got today.
And a breaking ball and a beauty, backdoor breaking ball, and Schrader gives up on it as it cuts across the outside corner. Little no doubles defense over there by Kirby at first. And just outside.
I'll take care of it.
Turn around like that.
And a ball outside. 3-1. 1 out, nobody on. Goodson wants to throw a strike. And a strike as Schroeder throws his bat to the dugout, and the umpire brings him back. And Frank, usually if you do that, if this one's close, you need to be swinging.
Yeah, you do. 3-2, you need to be swinging if it's close anyway, especially after that.
And he is swinging, and he is missing. And 2 strikeouts for Goodson. Schroeder thought he walked on the previous pitch, Frank, but it was a ball right on the inside part, a little under the letters. And Goodson throws a breaking ball inside. This is Michael Betts. Betts has had a turn on the mound. Second of 3 pitchers for these Cardinals.
Let's have one of their 4 hits on the day.
And a breaking ball for a strike.
Struck out his other time at bat.
Board has, I hadn't counted up on my book, the board has Scrappers with 10 hits. That's close. It may be correct. High swing. And he goes as the first base umpire. Frankie kind of tried to check it, but that bat got into fair territory.
He got his shoulders around on it, so the bat came on around.
Breaking ball outside, gets away from Green. On deck hitter picks it up. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. 6-0 in favor of the good guys. Scrappers are up. Right down the middle, and I don't know what Mr. Betts was looking for, but 3 strikeouts for Goodson, and that's all you want. Scrappers come to bat in the 6th. They lead 6-0. Come back and join us. This is Scrapper Baseball. The last few years in that trio,
They playing the same time.
Scrappers will get some good competition. JT will have all of them for you.
South Carolina.
Frank and I will be back here
They're on right now.
week after next. Magnolia comes into town, and they're headed to Queen 3-1 still in the bottom of the 6th. The Queen's got a couple of runners on, though. Here's Zeus Hutchison.
Be a good one.
Who's grounded in a fielder's choice.
Hutchison tries to bunt, and it goes foul off to the right side.
And grounded out to third baseman in his 2 at bats. Probably had a hit on the first one. They had to throw all the way to first to get him.
But I gotta know if you two are gonna stay up late next Thursday night and listen and watch the ball game. We don't start till 8:15 Thursday night.
Absolutely, I'll be with you. And a fly ball to center. Center fielder back about 3 steps and puts it away.
Well, that'll make it worth it for me then.
3-1 on that. Yeah, still 3-1.
I mean, if you can get up and watch the little Dodgers and Cubs at 5 o'clock, you can listen to the Scrappers at 9 o'clock. How about that?
There you go. I like it.
Carson Chambers. Chambers set up to be the winning pitcher if Goodson can get 3 more outs.
Carson's 1 for 3 on the day. Has a stolen base.
Saying the wind's blowing less right now, Frank, it has at least in the last 5 or 6 days.
It is. It's died down pretty good. Playing about 7 miles an hour right now. Still going out to dead center.
And a ball outside.
I could clean mine out. It's nasty.
so much stuff in there, I couldn't even backwash. You know what hit, what, I mean, there was nothing coming out of it. I had to backwash so much, I had to turn the water on, I had water to it.
And a ball to Chambers.
Pretty bad, man. Mine's so nasty. Of course, you got a cover on yours, don't you?
Usually, I didn't cover it at all.
Yeah.
We gonna cover it, and we never did, but it's still crystal clear. I just kept pouring.
Chambers trying to get up.
Good enough. After shocking.
He's out of the game, but there's a rule, and Chambers hits the 3-0 pitch a long ways into left center, and it keeps on going. And that fly ball flew, and Chambers adds to the Scrapper lead with a big high fly ball over the left center field fence.
Yeah, he kind of inside out of that pitch, but he got his hands in good. Got the barrel of the bat on it. Had lots of backspin on it, and it just kept carrying.
It
out
kept
the left
carrying.
center field.
We talked just a minute ago about the wind, but that flag is still moving that way, and it just rode the wind right on out of here, hit it good. Here's Banks Ray. Banks 0 for 3. He'd like to get in on the fun as he takes a strike. And a ball high to Ray. Bradshaw, the third Fairview pitcher. Dason Conley started. Michael Betts came on, and now it's Bradshaw. Scrapper offense has kind of come alive. Base hit up the middle by Ray, and he gets his first knock of the day. JT, we talked about it, and I mentioned what Coach Ledford said in the non-conference game against Falk. Scrapper's got 4 knocks in the first inning, got 5 runs, and as Coach Ledford said, the faucet cut off. It's good to see 11 or 12 Scrapper hits up there today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Scrappers have struggled to get some base hits here recently, but they've still figured out ways to win, which is what you always want to see, but being able to knock out hits is always a good thing.
And a strike to Mason Wynn. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored. Wynn's had a good day at the plate. Green's had a good day at the plate. Boone's had a good day at the plate. A little offense today, huh, Frank?
Yeah, a lot of offense today.
And Ray has a 1-step lead, and Bradshaw throws over.
We've banged out 11 hits so far. 2 home runs.
And there's a long one into center field. Center fielder back, though, and he catches it right in front of the Scrapper star. Honey gave it a ride. Frank, he didn't get enough air under that one. More of a line drive.
Yeah, got it a little bit down on the handle, too. You can tell by the sound of it, but he still gave it a ride. He makes good, solid contact most of the time.
Gage Green's 2 for 3. Green takes the ball high. Jaden Goodson will go back to the mound to try to finish it off. It's 7-0 Nashville. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And a little floater over the middle for a strike. Green doesn't offer. Kirby on deck. And a throw to first. Ray back safely.
Green leading the team with 14 hits on the year.
8 of the 9 Scrapper starters have a base hit. That's good balance, Frank.
All up and down the order. Pinch hitters, too.
And a strike, a curveball, and Green gives up on it. ball inside. There goes the runner, and Green has an excuse me check swing for a foul. 3-2 count, and Ray is in motion with 2 outs. Now it's 3-2, and DeQueen has the bases loaded and 2 outs as JT has it on his phone in the 6th inning. They've got a good one going on over there. Line foul, about 10 feet foul down the left field side as it shoots toward the fence. Green just a little out in front. JT, they're biting their fingernails at DeQueen right now.
Yeah, bases loaded, 2 outs.
3-2 game. 2 of the better teams in the conference. And it hits him. He tries a curveball, and Green hit by the pitch.
I tell you what, his teammates were giving him a mess there. He'd avoided a couple of them, so good for him to go ahead and get hit on that one.
And that one didn't hurt him, Frank.
No, it didn't.
That might not have even hurt you or me.
No, it wouldn't even left me too sore, I think.
There's Kirby. He's hitting one over the wall today. Right fielder remembers it. He's deep. That was the big blow, Frank. Changed 1-0 to 3-0 as Kirby takes the ball outside. Correction, it changed 1-0 to 4-0. 3-run homer. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. And a strike.
Kirby leads the team 14 RBIs on the year. He's a good RBI man for him last year. He likes these situations.
Soft tossing Max Bradshaw on the mound for the Cardinals. And a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0. And the pitch to Kirby. Long look back at second. Now he looks back again. Swing and a miss as he takes something off, and ball was down, and Kirby swung and missed. But the Scrappers pick up another run, a home run to left center by Carson Chambers. 1 run on a couple of hits, 1 left. Goodson already back on the mound. He wants to get those last 3 outs and put the Scrappers up 2-0 in conference play. Come back and join us on B99.5 in 1 minute. Goodson back after his second inning of relief. Frank, what did Goodson do in the 6th?
Struck out the side. 1, 2, 3. Pinch hitter here for the Cardinal.
And the pinch hitter is Herman Gill. He's a right-handed hitter hitting for Bostic, the catcher. Gill stands in from the right side. And a strike over the inside edge. And a little humpback line drive right to Arnold. That's an easy first out, Frank.
Yeah, got that in on his hand. He just barely got it past the infield grass out to Arnold for easy first out.
Had to wait a second. I didn't know whether it was going to quite carry out to him. He might have had to get it on the hop. Would have made it a lot tougher.
It would have been a tough play if he had got down.
This DH, he's 2 for 2, but he looks bad on a curveball as he swings and fouls it back way out in front.
And Matthew Reynolds got 2 singles on the day.
He's the Cardinal hitting star. Bradshaw, the pitcher, on deck. If you get a chance, JT, see how many pitches Chambers ended with. Swinging a miss as Goodson throws a fastball by Reynolds.
Chambers ended up with 84 pitches.
84 pitches, great outing. Coach Stewart should be up after the game. May bring one of his seniors with him. 5 seniors. Try to talk to each one of them during a broadcast. Strike 3 call. What about that pitch, Frank? Talk about it.
Change up right under his hand. 4th strikeout here, and ending in 2/3 work for Goodson.
Here's Bradshaw. He started at second. He's a pitcher, and Goodson flings a fastball right by him. Scrapper's trying for a shutout. Scoreboard says Nashville 7, Fairview nothing. And strike 2 as Goodson's pumping. Didn't see him at Fairview, but this is kind of the way he looked down there, I guess, huh,
I'll
JT?
tell you what, he was on fire, just like right now.
Ground ball to short. Arnold backhands it. Takes a crow hop, and he beats him. Had a little trouble getting it out of his glove for an infield hit, Frank.
Yeah, just a little bit. Got that in between, didn't know whether to come in or go back, waited on it. Bobbled it just a little bit trying to make the exchange. It'll go down as an infield base hit.
And we're going to have a runner, or courtesy runner, because it's Bradshaw's the pitcher. That'll be Aiden Zimmerman out there. Here's Jeffers. He struck out and walked. Swinging a miss, throws behind him, and Green picks him off. You put in the courtesy runner, Frank, and Green zipped it to Kirby, and that's the ball game, huh?
That's it. Kirby's going to take a nice 7-0 win and go up 2-0 in their conference.
And Frank, Gage has got a good arm, but one of the things you've talked about all year, he's really got a quick
He
release.
gets rid of it in a hurry, and it is a good, strong arm. But he just saw that and popped it down there. Good tag by Kirby, and that's the ball game.
Uh-oh, as I look at the phone, the Queen must have hit a bomb. They're up 7-3 now on Magnolia. It was 3-2 Magnolia in the 6th with the bases loaded.
They hit back-to-back doubles.
Back-to-back doubles, and so the Queen looks to go 2-0. We'll talk about all that with Frank and JT. Talk about it with Coach Stewart. He's got 5 seniors on the team. Maybe he's going to bring one of them up here. We try to talk to all of them once in their senior year on the broadcast. So we still got some to do on the post game. We're going to take a long break. Frank will be back with the summary and the highlights. It's a good Scrapper 7-0 win. We'll take a long break and be back at Wilson Park. Come back and join us for the post game.
4 hits, struck out 7, and walked on 1. Jaden Goodson finished out the game last 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit, struck out 4, and no runs. At the plate, everybody contributed today. Carson Chambers had a single and a home run. Banks Ray singles. Mason Honey had 2 singles, scored 2 runs and drew a walk. Gage Green had 2 singles, scored 2 runs, and was hit by a pitch. Carson Kirby had the big blow in the 3rd inning, a 3-run home run, 3 RBIs, and a run scored for him. Peyton Fritz, pinch hitting, had a single and 2 RBIs as a courtesy runner. He also had a couple of stolen bases, giving him 3 on the day. Luke Boone added 2 singles and a couple of stolen bases. He scored a run for the Scrappers. And Madden Arnold had a big single and an RBI and a sacrifice bunt on the day. Big blow, of course, came in the 3rd inning with Carson Kirby up, 2 outs. Got a high pitch and an inside and parked it into over the fence in right field to give the Scrappers a solid 4-0 lead. They went on to add 2 more in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and come away with a great 7-0 win.
All right. Scrappers have 5 seniors this year, and usually we like to get each one of them up here and visit with them for a couple of minutes, get them on the radio. So I've got senior outfielder Peyton Hill. And Peyton, I know just about everybody that comes through Nashville schools because I've been here forever, except I didn't ever have you here. You moved here from Turks. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So how long have you been in Nashville?
This will be my 2nd full year.
Your 2nd full year?
Yes, sir.
You play any other sports besides baseball?
I did football.
Did football? So had a decent year in football. Off to a good start in baseball. What do you think about the Scrapper baseball team?
I think we have a good team right here. Have a good run, good chance for state. Make a state championship run right here.
There's going to be some good teams in the conference. We're sitting here keeping up on the phone. Magnolia and DeQueen going to be 2 of them. There's going to be there's going to be some competition, but it's really good to get off to a 2-0 start in conference play.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about some future plans. You're a senior. I'm sure you think, man, I was just in the 6th or 7th grade not long ago, and all of a sudden we're a senior. What are your future plans?
After high school, I'm planning to go off being a firefighter.
Okay, that's a really good occupation, and we sure need them. I've been noticing here this week all over the United States have these wildfires, and these firefighters are off. So I tell you what, I've enjoyed seeing you play. I've seen you make some good plays out in the outfield. Keep it up and have a good rest of the senior season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We got Coach Zach Stewart somewhere here. If I can get the headset on him here. Coach Zach Stewart. Scrappers go 2-0, 7-0. That's a good, clean game, and the bats came back a little bit.
Bats came back. I don't know where they've been hiding the last week or so, but I'm glad to see them tonight. We hit the ball, I felt like, all over the place, and I felt like we also had a bunch of balls that we hit hard that they made outs on. I mean, they're 3-hole Utsy. I mean, he made a couple of really nice plays out and right, and then he comes over here to 3rd and makes a couple plays there and makes a play at 2nd. He kind of reminds me a lot of the kid that went to Grambling from them a couple of years ago. He's kind of all over the place.
All over the place, and every time they moved him, the ball found him, and he was up to the challenge.
He was.
So, a couple of things. Game 1-0, going into the 3rd. Your left-hander Carson Chambers, he's really dealing good and continue to have a good outing. Talk about your 2 pitchers today.
They pound the strike zone. I mean, we had 1 walk. We got a couple deep counts, but we had 1 walk, and I think that came in the 5th inning. And we maybe walked the 2nd guy, go 1st and 2nd. I think the 1st guy maybe was strikeout. Then the kid hit. I haven't seen it here before. I mean, I've seen it on turf before, but I mean, straight in the ground. Ball goes way up in the air, hits again in front of Arnold. I mean, the only play Arnold had to do, I mean, he just had to wait on the 2nd hop. He couldn't go get the 1st one. And, I mean, that kid beats it out. Then we walked that guy. That was the only walk of the game. We did have an error in the 1st inning off a little dribbler, but, that stuff's going to happen. But, we pound the strike zone. We make routine plays behind them. that's just baseball. If you throw strikes and you make the routine plays and you get guys on base, you move around a little bit, you got to find a hit here and there. That's how you win ball games.
And their first pitcher, Conley, did the same thing. Kind of reminded me, except that first inning where we kind of exploded on foul yesterday. First 3 innings kind of reminded me, both pitchers throwing strikes. Kind of fun to watch. And Frank and I have talked about, and you just alluded to it, if you're not completely outclassed, if your pitcher throws it across the plate and you play decent defense, you're going to always have competitive.
You're going to always have a chance to win. That's right.
So don't let me put words in your mouth, but after, what are you now, 9-3?
9-3.
After a dozen games for conference, it looks to me like you've kind of gotten a rotation where you're going to have Boone go one day, Chambers, and then you're going to have Goodson to clean it up.
Yeah.
And, boy, he's cleaned it up well
Yes,
these 2 days.
Absolutely. Someone walked by. I was walking by. They're like, "Man, that's really good out of him." I didn't know he could do that. I was like, "Well, I saw it last year. I mean, he pitched for us from varsity last year. Saw him at some JV games, and I mean that's everything I expected out of him. He pounded the strike zone, and the scary thing is he picked up a new pitch last week, and that's a slider he threw a couple times tonight. He's been fastball, curveball, worked on a changeup a little bit in January, February, couldn't get it a whole lot, so we find the slider. So now we've got 2 breaking balls, but that fastball, it's getting in there. But he pounds the strike zone, and he just likes to compete.
And so we talked about the defense, we've talked about the pitching, but these guys are going to want me to mention the long balls.
That's right.
So Kirby, that was the big blow of the game because it's 1-0
Yep.
in. Started a 2-out rally, get a couple on, and he got every bit of that.
Every
when
bit
he
of
did.
it. He did not miss
Chambers
it.
shot one over the left field, and so it's good to see the long ball.
Yep. Well, I mean, we get to see it all the time in BP, and I mean, I told before the game, I was like, hey, we've been hitting balls out left, out right, opposite field. I mean, we're hammering the ball. I'm like, hey, let's do it in the game today.
It's okay to do it.
Yeah, that's right. We don't have to just hit it in BP. We can use them in the game. And Kirby actually that bad. It was a 2-strike pitch, and he was overthinking, a little guessing up there. And I was like, hey, just trust your hands. And that's a conversation we've had before. And I mean, he hammered that thing. And I don't know. From me, it looked like it hit halfway up the trees out there.
It was way out of here.
And then Chambers, he's earned himself a 3-0 green light. He gets 3-0, which I mean, teams aren't going to pitch to him a whole lot. He's getting pitched a lot like Ty Gordon got pitched whenever I got here my first year, whenever he was a senior. So they're pitching around him. They don't want him to hurt them. And then 3-0, hey, we're going to lay one in there. Like, let him have it. And he smokes that one out to left center. And that's how you know that you're seeing the ball good and you're hammering the ball good, because whenever you can start leaving the field, opposite field, that's when we know, hey, we're in a good spot.
One more thing, we'll get out of here in a minute. We'll talk about the conferences. There's not many games, there's not but 10.
Right.
So you've played 20% of your conference schedule already
That's
here.
correct.
Take a week off. JT's already talked about where you're going to be in Central Arkansas. Come back and you're going to have Magnolia. JT had the live game changer on the phone. We sat here and watched it all day. Magnolia took a 3-1 lead pretty early, 3-1, then 3-2. DeQueen had the bases loaded. In the bottom of the 6th, 2 doubles, and now it's in the 7th, and DeQueen's up 7-3. That's competition in the district for sure.
That's right. I mean,
they've had a good series to start.
We knew coming in, DeQueen's gonna be really good. Magnolia, which they lost on Tuesday, 3-1, I believe. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th Tuesday as well. But Magnolia DeQueen, we knew that they were going to be. Magnolia DeQueen, they were going to be really good ball teams this year. They're both really talented, bunch of older guys on there, and so I mean, this has been a good to see this early on. Now it's also early on, so anybody can get hot. But Arkadelphia, I mean, they're playing hope and they're taking care of business, I believe. But they're another really good ball club. So I mean, there's 4 really solid ball clubs that could anywhere between 1 and 4.
It's going to be a dogfight. So you're going to Central Arkansas. JT's talked about playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's spring break in school. Are you going to give your kids any days off, or kind of what you're playing?
We're going to take the first part of the week off. I give them the weekend, obviously, and then I'm going to give them Monday and Tuesday off. We're going to go up here and have a light workout Wednesday, and then we're going to go up Thursday and spend the night and play Greenbrier Thursday against Coach Milam, another Nashville scrapper. And then we're going to get to play Harding Academy at 1:30 Friday, and then we go to Robinson Saturday morning and play Robinson. So, I mean, in those teams, we're facing the number 2 5A with Greenbrier, and then we're facing the 1 and 2 teams out of 4A in Robinson and Harding Academy. So
it's going to be some really good competition. Can't do anything to get better with it. Good luck up there. JT will have all those calls for you. Frank and I we can't get too far from home. So got Magnolia week after next. That's the conference games, right? So Magnolia come in. The Scrappers know they will be 2-0. There's a good chance right now that Magnolia's going to be 0-2, so they're going to have fire in their eye.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're going to be hungry coming back. I mean, we're going to be 2-0 going in. They're going to be 0-2. They know that's going to be a must-win. But with the every conference game, but especially this year, hey, every game is a must-win. Every game is a must-win.
Absolutely. So we're going to let you go. Ballpark clearing out. Scrappers win it 7-0. They go 2-0 in the conference for JT Carter on the live stream and the stats. For Frank Preer, I'm Johnny Wilson. We appreciate Jim Pinson at the studio. Keep us going. Scrappers win it 7-0. Good evening from Wilson Park.